Where are you people at? Oh, did I just hit 27K? What? Oh, oh. That's awesome. I should just freeze like it's frozen, like, and just stay like that until people start showing up. Buchenmacher, what is up, my friend? My phone is on airplane mode, so see how fast I'm learning. So that's good. Oh. Buchenmacher, you asked me for something. What did you ask me for? 68%er sticker. I'm still waiting for the file, man. I have the. I might be able to. I'll get it to you. Took you 3 months to figure out the airplane button on my phone. I know. Now that I have a camera to do it properly, that's going to take me another 3 months to get that up and running. 68% file. Yeah, I'm waiting. So the guy who made me the sticker, I'm waiting on the file from him. So I'll bug him again. He was deployed. He wasn't near his computer, so he couldn't send it to me. So Plaid Heathen, what's up? Field Tax in the house. What's up, Field Tax? I got your email, man. I'll shoot you back an email tonight. What's up, Grish? Yeah, I just started. Stephanie Lake is in the house. What's up, Stephanie? Thank him for his service. No, I will not thank him for his service, okay? He's in the Air Force, so just stand down. Michelle Law's in the house. Vlog Monster, what's up? Sunday sermon. You guys want a sermon? I can give you a sermon. Grisham. Hard times at the moment. I am sorry to hear that, Grish. Culturally, where you're at, or personally? Oh, you're welcome for your freedom, yeah. Thank him for his service, yeah. Stephanie says, opinions on Iran attacking U.S. Navy bases soon? You know, boys will be boys. Global politics is just playground rules expanded out, you know. Warrior Poets in the house. What's up? Yeah, I don't really talk about global politics or war and all that stuff because I don't, you know, it doesn't really impact me on the is this micro or macro? On the macro level, you know. I know gas prices might go up, but what's your opinion on preparedness while on vacation? Just thinking about the Americans in Puerto Vallarta. That's tough because you can't really travel with stuff, you know. So if you get when you go other places, you basically get disarmed. So you would have to think about situation. You know, situational awareness would be the most important thing. There's a guy that I talked to a little bit. Beats Rhymes and Knife, Gabe over there. He's got a YouTube channel. He lives in Central America somewhere, I think. So he's got some good videos on like what to do if you can't carry a firearm, because I don't think where he's at he can carry a firearm. So yeah, Warrior Poet, you say you actually got a notification. It was something funny too, that video that I so the Are We Awake Yet video that I just released today, that was an accident. So it was supposed to release tomorrow. I put the wrong day on it. But people's comments are being deleted from that video. And I tried to kind of tiptoe around the subject matter. Like I didn't say anything outright, but I think the overlords may have gotten a hold of it, but we'll see. It's doing okay, but just found out mice destroyed my water filtration box. Lost everything in it, just the small filters though. Water filtration box. What the heck's a water filtration box? Thomas Payne, what's up, Tom? Mice suck. Mice do suck. Moonshine did not get a notification. Civi Prep's in the house. What's up, Civi Prep? Homestead Twins is in the house. Civi Prep, are you on property yet? Box containing water filters. Oh, okay. Duh. Do they chew on the filters? I assume they're charcoal filters, right? L-Dog's in the house. What's up, man? Property close date is March 30th. What? Good for you, man. How many acres, Civi Prep? Carol's in the house. What's up, Carol? I figured this is a good time. I got some comments saying, bring back the evening lives. So this is a good midway point. My wife wasn't feeling well and she's not working today, so. What's up, Ken? Oh, people not from America look in this country, and I think pretty dangerous here. The Buchenmacher says Irish Spring works to keep the mice away. You mean like when you bathe with it, mice don't find you? I love Irish Spring. It smells so good. Grisham is making his own survival book with ChatGPT based on my situation in my country. It gives me support somehow, but it's sometimes hard to work on. Oh yeah, got you. Would love to watch you more. Thank you. Walmart has $8 folders on clearance for $5. I bought 4 of them last night. Man, I need to go check my Walmart too, because it's post-Christmas, right? And the Walmart near me is stocked up on those cheap knives, so maybe they're trying to get rid of them. Buchenwalker says the Irish Spring keeps the mice away. The bars, the soap bars, yeah. My Walmart has no folders. Thomas says he's going to switch to sticky traps, steel wool, a cat, and a BB gun. Hey, I've gone to war against mice before, and I always lose. I spent the night in a car with like a homemade spear for one little vole that was underneath the floor in my minivan. I never got him. I just got tired. I lost. Fieldtech says mice eat Irish Spring. Sticky traps work every time. Armored XJ's in the house. What's up, Armored? What do you guys want to talk about today? Who is it? Is it Buchenmacher that says, no, it's Curious Nobody. He says, stop doing lives and just reading comments. It's like, it's boring. Like, oh, well. Carol had a raccoon infestation. Raccoons are clever, and their little hands are so creepy. I've had their hands come up through my deck like little tiny, I thought they were just demons under my deck. Armored Record. Yeah, I like your addition to my acronym, man. That's pretty good. Raccoons. Raccoons are kind of cute, too. Finally caught a lives fidget stream. It's just, I'm just going to do a live where I'm just playing with. Raccoons are bigger targets. That's true. But they tend to travel in packs, too. Well, so do mice, but they are easier to get, though. CB Prep says, now that you're a homesteader, I don't even know if you're qualified for 68% anymore, CB Prep. If you have 18 acres, yeah, you're going to need a long gun for sure. You should get like one of those new tactical lever action. They make them pretty sweet now. Oh, Carol had to kill a bunch of raccoons. It's like, what was that? Gremlins. Yeah, raccoons are like gremlins. I'm pretty sure that's where that came from. Stephanie says, I like when my comments get read. Well, there you go. I'm sad we did early voting and the non-woke candidate lost. You know how I feel about voting, Stephanie? Is that why you're talking? You're trying to bait me? She's like, let's talk about voting. I was downtown today and there was a big group of people on this corner with signs for some candidate, some guy with some name. And they were like, yeah, he's awesome. You should vote for him. So when people tell me to vote, I'm like, oh, is that what you mean? That he must be a good guy. I'll just put his name on the thing. I'm graduated out of the 68% soon. You could still come visit us, Civi Prep. I want land too, but... Well, Buschenmacher says it takes a bit before you can call yourself a homesteader just because you have land. So you're still part of us for a while. Lose the toy and get a man's fidget toy, a butterfly ballast song. I have one. It's not sharpened though. I don't know how to use it. Wait. Oh. Is this what you mean? I just need some ninja sounds in there. I usually vote for Mickey Mouse or Donald Duck. Maybe a new friend at least. The guy was like 30. But first, what's on your mind? What do you want to talk about today? Why did you want to do a live? I do a live every Sunday. See, I already know if I had a real one of these, I would have already cut my fingers off. See? Boom, right there. Done. With all this crazy weather, it's hurting the crops. Yeah, I heard that. I heard that there's some grocery issues coming because of the weather affecting all the crops, like out east and in the south. Tactical Muffin Top is in the house. 25 acres and doing homesteading. You know, I did my last week's Prepper Parlay, my conversation with Scott. Is that his name, Scott? He runs Black Sheep Bible Talk on YouTube. He's a full-blown homesteader. He's fully off-grid homesteader. I need to do another show with him. The video didn't do well, but he's still such a wealth of knowledge. I need to talk to him more about that. This first one was just kind of getting to know him, though. 20s in Florida last night. Yeah, see, that's what I'm talking about. Like, was it Modern Refugee was just talking about the impact on crops that all this crazy weather is having. So Carol says, just spent a week with one of my mag. We own 40 acres. It's getting a survey done. Hopefully we'll be able to move in there in 4 to 5 years. Won't be self-sufficient homestead, but it will be nice little haven. Yeah, that's kind of my thought too, Carol, is get, 5-10 acres or something that's relatively easy to maintain. Right now, it'll just be recreation and hunting, camping and hunting, go play on it, but also build it up for bug out if necessary, Anyone know how to get a sticky trap off? Well, don't shoot your eye out with your BB gun either. A blizzard. Yeah, I heard that, Buschenmacher. I heard there's a giant storm coming. I bugged out to my 15 acres a couple years ago. Be prepared to do a lot of work. Yeah. If houses weren't so stinking I'd like to have just a little farmhouse on a piece of land somewhere that you can just go and, just go in. 40 acres has been camping and hunting for decades. We need to build on it. We're going to get the finances in order. So I know a guy who lives next door in Idaho. Him and his wife are customers of my wife. And we got really close to buying some land from him. But he was telling me all these stories about Bigfoot, like a family of Bigfootses on his property. And it was this close to getting that property for him. It already had a cabin on it and everything. Just for the Bigfoot stories, it would have been worth it, but... Buckeye Bushcraft. Hey, what's up, Buckeye? Also, I talked a little bit with Refuge about this, but that moving to the country, like cabins, up there, well, in Idaho, this same guy was talking about how everybody had a little cabin on their properties up there, little 5-acre plots. And break-ins are a constant thing. Like meth heads go up to the mountains and they break into these RVs and these cabins and they squat and they steal and yeah. Country Roads, what's up, Country Roads? Airborne Vets in the house too. Bigfoot is real. Yes, Bigfoot is real. Airborne. Bigfoot is good eating. You can't eat Bigfoot. He's basically a human. Question, what's your new post video schedule? So have I seen a Bigfoot? No, I have not seen a Bigfoot. I haven't even seen an elk. And I go looking for those every year. So I got grunted at from the tree line one time. I say it was a Bigfoot, but I don't know what it was. It was my new video schedule. So I learned something this week and I wanted to share this on the live too. What do we got? 50 on here? So that video that I put out on Monday did really well. And I think there's a couple reasons behind that. It was a good video, number one. But number two, it was a holiday. So I put it on Monday and it hit. Now, normally what I do is I post 4 and 5 videos a week. Like I just keep doing them. So if a video does well, I go, let me put another one out. What I learned this week, and I've been talking to Chris from Wasteland by Wednesday about it. When I put out a second video, the algorithm stops pushing the first one. So I'm not letting the video breathe. I'm not letting it cook out there and catch fire and reach its full potential. So I've been selling myself short. That video did very well, made me a good little chunk of money. Like that's what I need to be doing. And I've even gotten feedback from you all about that. They're like, dude, stop putting out so many freaking videos. Like you guys go away for 3 days and there's 5 videos that you missed. There's no way you can watch all of them. So I've kind of been shooting myself in the foot. So my plan, the one that released today was accidental. It was supposed to post tomorrow. So I'm going to let this one cook for a couple days until the algorithm shows me that it's starting to tank, and then I'll put another one out. But my goal is at least one kind of big idea philosophy video and then another kit or gear video. So a minimum of 2 a week, and then a shill spill if I have enough stuff to do it. And then of course, Hurt Feelings Report on Saturday and lives on Sunday. That will remain the same. But Aaron Nelson, working on getting a greenhouse. Yeah, so are we. I'd love to extend our growing season. Field Tech says my buddy's property has mountains where he was able to dig a tunnel in the side and build an underground house. Not noticeable, thermo-regulated. I'm buying it because he's dying from cancer. I'm sorry to hear about your friend. Yeah, you're buying a cave? That's pretty awesome. Airborne Vet, have you really eaten a Bigfoot? I don't think you have. Have you? Thoughts on 357 mag? I don't know. I don't own one. I mean, I heard it's a great round. See, look, I'm already learning. Soylent Green, Bigfoot laugh. Sounds like a plan. Understood, man. Yeah. Klondike's in the house. What's up, Klondike? Not a cave, a hobbit house. Yeah, it's more like a hobbit house, right? Oh, he's just being a goofball. Mark's Adventures in the house. What's up, Mark? Civvy Prep. Yeah, that's probably a good idea. Yeah. Rebrand your channel once you become a homesteader. You have to take your bandana off, man, and wear it down here. That's what homesteaders do. They wear a scarf, like right there. Someone was robbing from equipment, slip tank filling up his truck. Cops show up and I had to let them go. Had 3 at gunpoint? What? 357 is king for black bears. Yeah. Nah, us tourists will watch anything you put out. Yeah, but it's volume. So I see what you're saying, but hey, Gnostic's in the house. What's up, Gnostic? I watched that video do really well on Monday, right? And normally what I would do is on Tuesday, I would follow up and say, hey, I would put out another video. So I watched that video, the algorithm, and Tuesday morning, it did this. It waited. I think it was waiting for me to post another video so it could direct eyes towards that new video. And then it just went, psh, it did it again. So it launched again. So I'm going to put videos out and be more patient and let them cook a little bit, let them sit out there to see how they perform. And then once they kind of peak, because all videos do that, they come up, they peak, and then they start to go down. Then I'll put out another one. Thoroughly off-grid, just moved onto my off-grid property 90 days ago. Congratulations. Right in the middle of winter? Oof. No fleur, no rented. Yeah, Field Tech, I was just talking about that. You know, put out a short, or in the Hurt Feelings report, I was like, how do you hide from thermal autonomous drone swarms? A hobbit cave. Although, there was a guy in Washington State, I think it was here in Washington State, who, he was a criminal. Like, he killed his wife or his girlfriend and her daughter or something. And he had been building a bunker in the hillside up in the state park or something. And he committed murder and ran up into the hills and hid in that bunker. And he was fully, like, he had power, he had gas masks, he had ammunition, he had food. And they still found him and smoked him out. Civi Prep, you're gonna rebrand the channel into a dating vlog, homesteader searching for wife. Now that's a good idea. Eligible homesteader. We need to come up with some names. Warriors to play. Yeah, it's been quite the adventure. 70. The same guy who sent me the rest of those knives sent me this too. I haven't really been playing with it though. It's so large. Like, my son has balisongs. He's into balisongs though. I've been thinking about building underground. I don't have a mountain to burrow into, but I think I have enough of a hill to get the main floor under. Yeah, and you know what's, I've got the machinery to do the digging. You know why hillside land is a lot cheaper too. So that's not a terrible idea. Like, if you have the technical know-how to do it, hillside's always cheaper. You know, land like this, it's not considered buildable, and it's much harder to do, obviously. But New Hampshire Guide says, a lot of folks are going to find out tomorrow here in the East why prepping is important. We're set here in New Hampshire, but there's going to be a bunch of folks getting smacked today and tomorrow. Yeah. Warrior Poet, who's calling first? Who is that? I just watched your 5Ws video. Wait, what? Demo Man Don. I watched your 5Ws video. ChatGPT says it's alarmist, dramatic, and conspiratorial. That's why I think it might have like a shadow ban on it, because people's comments on that video have been disappearing. I heard that like 3 or 4 times, and I don't delete comments. Sometimes I delete videos, but yeah, because Gnostic, aren't you in New Hampshire or somewhere up near? You're up near there, right? When I was looking at properties, most were 15% flat and the rest was a 60-degree angle, and they wanted premium for all of it. Oh, that sucks. Well, yeah, it is alarmist. Yeah, it's alarmist, dramatic, and conspiratorial. That doesn't mean it's not true. Yeah. Wait, why are you guys putting my videos into ChatGPT? I don't want my videos in there. They're probably already in there. Oh, he's a builder engineer. My arm's getting tired. This is hard work. I'm gonna go back to my clicker. I need to start my rice training again. My bucket of rice. Field Tech said, no, Gnostic is in New Hampshire. I live in the heart of the White Mountains. Yeah. Forearms, it feels like a forearms workout. Field Tech says 12 million channels have been deleted from YouTube. 10 million subscribers affected, 10.8 million lost in revenue across those channels. What's the time frame for that, Field Tech? What are they, you mean just recently? In college, in Charlotte, they tried to plow the road with road graders. It was hilarious. They just scrape. I mean, if you scrape all the asphalt off, the snow is gonna go with it. But yeah, that's kind of a disaster. Hey, Modern Refugees in the house. What's up, man? Did you get my email? I sent you an email. I made you a collaborator. I sent you a collaboration invite, I think is what I did. Road graders, yeah. I live in the Arizona White Mountains. Yeah, you know, talking to Chris from Wasteland, he says desert land is still pretty cheap. It's not very desirable. You know, people want mountains, people want trees, you know. Okay, cool. You guys want to see Chris's present? I haven't put an edge on it yet, but I just finished it yesterday. Finally got around to messing with it. So this is the head that he sent me. Really nice, double-bladed, like no corrosion, 3.5 pound. And then I put, so that's Wasteland by Wednesday. I'm probably gonna make that a little bit fatter. I just did it by hand. And then burn the bottom, little charring on there. Put dirt and oil and left it all rough, and it's very Wasteland-ish. This is a good, nice axe. Thoroughly off grid. Your start a channel video inspired me and I started. Nice, good for you. Congratulations. Holy Roller's in the house. Hallard's in the house. Mountain desert land in my state is extremely cheap. 1,000 per acre. Where are you at, Civi Prep? Are you close to me? I thought you were close to me. Let's see. Go to channel. You check your thoroughly off grid. There you are. 25 subs. Well, now it's 26. Off-grid living without breaking the bank. I love that. 50 views. Nice. Dude, did y'all hear? I almost cut my ear off. Did y'all hear about Mexico? All hell's breaking loose with the cartel and the Mexican army. I have not. We have trees and soil that isn't terrible in these mountains. Yeah, Mexico, you know, I'll be honest, Mexico concerns me more than Iran. It's just proximity, you know? Mexico's a heck of a lot closer. Yeah, Mexico's not good right now. And so much of that spills over, you know? I mean, I'm from Southern California, so Mexico makes me a lot more nervous than Iran. Unless they start drafting people. Then I'll be concerned with it. But plus, I feel like Trump had a pretty embarrassing week, so I could see him, you know, keeping that promise to bomb Iran or something to distract from, you know, a pretty bad week for him. I would say it's concerning. I'm like 2 hours from the border, yeah. Guadalajara. Guadalajara is more central, right? But still. I think some of our guys. Anyone ever heard of Harvey Poing CIA base? Mm-mm. Guns and Buns is in the house. What's up, Guns and Buns? I'll just do this. Does this look like I know what I'm doing? This guy's standing up on his own. People should be nervous when it comes to domestic and cyber attacks. I work in a water treatment. I have no idea how much work goes into cleaning and storing water for the public. Yeah. Like I know, was it 2 years ago or about 2 years ago where people were like, they were attacking substations and stuff. Like we had like 3 or 4 of those. Maybe it was last year. But watch some tutorials. Don't tell me what to do, Warrior Poet. Harvey Point. I'm gonna have to start calling you Whiskey Tango Mike. What the Mike? Water is a major concern. Blessing to have your own well if you have land. Do you have water on your land, Civi Prep? The land you bought? Wyoming's in the house. What's up, Wyoming? That picture just flashed in my head, Wyoming. Yeah, electrical substation. That, yeah, in Nevada. I heard about that. And then also the the biolab. And I mean, meaning to talk to Chris about that. I'm sure it's on his radar, but that's so crazy. People always talk about electricity, but water supply is much more fragile, susceptible. Yeah. Your neon sign is backwards on stream. Oh, I guess it is, huh? Oh, Whiskey Tango Mike. Gotcha. I was like, what are you talking about? You need to know your magnetic fidget toy sounds like somebody smacking their lips, slapping their lips together. Well, Civi Prep, are you going to get a well put on your land? Harvey Point is where they recreate the attacks. Drill a well, municipal water, and any scale planting will break the bank. Yeah. Who is Jack Carr? He writes novels. Was he a Navy SEAL guy? Is he the one that did oh shoot, with Chris Pratt? Terminal List. It's a pretty good series. 60,000 for a well. Yeah, it could be, man, it could be so expensive. I know Howie Carr, but not Jack Carr. How deep are they going? Yeah, 60,000 feet, Buchenmacher. Yeah, I mean, most wells are what, like 300 or less, but I've heard of, like, especially in the mountain places, in mountains, like wells going down to like 600 feet, or I haven't heard of 1,000. I've heard 600 feet, but it gets expensive. Holy roller. If you have a high water table, you can drive a point and make a well. Really? Do you have any 900 feet? Oh my gosh. Modern Refugee, do you have any videos on that, on the water table, like the making a well? Dug wells are hard to build, but worth it. Yeah, it was funny. I was helping a buddy of mine move, and in the backyard of his house that was built like in the 60s, there was a well in there, not on municipal water, but in city limits. That was pretty interesting. I was like, bro, if I buy a pump, can I use this anytime I want to? Sand points work okay. Let's see, Holy Roller. Holy Roller. Go to channel. Am I subscribed to your channel, Holy Roller? 2 subscribers. C10 budget. Chevy C10. Howdy. Emergency preparedness. Car and truck builds. You now have another subscriber, sir. you're talking wells in the city, I know a guy who has a geothermal generator in the city. Been there long. Regular pitcher pumps can pull down to 30 feet. I found a low spot on my property that is pure sand with water 4 feet below the ground, even at the driest time of the year. I'm gonna knock a point in. Google a point well. There are videos on it, but I don't have one. Okay, thank you. Point well. I'm just gonna call it my neighbor's well. Gotta go help push groceries away. All right, New Hampshire. The reason why I mentioned geothermal generators is because if you're in a hot spot, you can use the hot water from the turbine filtered for drinking water. Yeah, how do you know if you're near a geothermal spot? I imagine those are kind of rare, right? They're not just everywhere. Like Yosemite, like geothermal. Points are common up here in New York. We had one in the house I grew up on. My buddy's property I'm buying has a year-round creek, operates off a ram pump with an 80-foot lift. That's what I'm talking about. So when I'm looking for land, I'm looking for water on the property, right? Like do I fish? I do not fish. I should fish. My brother has fish on the brain, but I don't. I say I hunt, but really I don't see or kill anything. I just walk around the woods with a bow hiking. Homestead twins. You can screw a pitcher pump on top of it. A point well, huh? I like that. You're just fidgeting with that practice knife. You should look up and practice some actual useful techniques. Open front. That's the second time today you've told me what to do, warrior poet. How's the 22 coming along? Well, I haven't gotten any more. My wife took my last YouTube money. So when I get YouTube money, I think tomorrow, I might be able to do it. But I still haven't looked up. I'm afraid to look up to see if a Samson would ship that stock to my state. If so, then I might just have to get a breakdown, one of the aftermarket breakdown stocks, which is cheaper, but more than that, you missed the other times. Warrior Poet's like, you only saw the 2 times I told you what to do. I've told you 8 times. What's with the nunchuck knife? If you don't fish or hunt, you're not going to make it. None of us are going to make it, dude. What are you talking about? Fresh trout, yeah. I'm not a big fish guy. But I am, where I'm at, there's a lot of lakes, so. Vlog Monster says if he can get the Samson in Canada, you can get it there. I don't know. I'll see. I need to just put my address in the website and see. It's like $400, I think. $400 for, and then, yeah, maybe 300. Maybe 300 for the stock, and then I think the rail is another 100 or something. I'll have to look it up. I just remember telling myself it was $400. And I just haven't had $400 of expendable. You know, since I already have the 22, like a specialized stock for it it's a luxury, right? I mean, the rifle works fine as it is, so I'm trying to find something kind of entertaining to put that thermal scope that I've got, to put that on there, like a thermal scope on a 22. That actually makes sense, right? Maybe I'll put the thermal scope on like a PCC, like a little sub gun where there's a giant thermal scope on it. That would be ironic. You sound like a good husband. Well, thank you. The stock of a Mini 14 style rifle isn't considered the lower, so I'm sure you'll be fine. Okay. I think you should put a pond. I think I should put a pond on my land and stock it with fish. I know, right? You should. It's worth the A-team feel. Oh, I imagine it is. Is it a Ruger? Yeah. Yeah, Hunter X stock. I don't use. I'm sure I could ship it there. What? Dude, don't tempt me with free stuff. Thermal on a 22 is stretching it. I put mine on my PC carbine. Yeah. Thermal on a Ruger Blackhawk with an 8-inch barrel. A thermal scope on a revolver. No, that would be funny. Smith and Wesson, yeah. Like a 44 Magnum. I'd need a Kydex holster for it. Boy, that would be super apocalyptic, wouldn't it? Oh, shoot. A Ruger Blackhawk. Yeah, I mean, you could hunt with it. You could, yeah, that would be pretty dope. Be my home defense pistol. Oh, shoot. That is funny. Looking like the penguin from yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Or Joker's gun. Yeah, like that was great. I remember that. He had like a 26-inch barrel on that revolver. Civi prep. Yeah, I don't own any suppressors. Is your ADHD officially diagnosed or self-diagnosed? None of my meaningful comments made it through, only the squirrel ones. Shake my head. I have not self-diagnosed myself with ADHD. I don't think I have ADHD. Field Tech says he can make a holster for it. That would be funny. I don't even know if I have any pistols with a Picatinny rail on it. I don't even own a revolver. I should probably own a revolver, huh? Learn and teach. What's up? Can you own suppressors in Washington? Yeah. You just have to do all the stuff and things. They haven't banned them yet, but I'm sure they're working on it. I'm sure they are. Yeah. Can you own suppressors? Yeah, exactly. That's a legit question. Washington, really. Josh Kimbrell's in the house. What's up, Josh? I've seen your videos, Josh. I like what you're doing over there. It's pretty cool. You have a decent beard. Let's go to Josh's channel. $5 pounds of Gerber knives. Plus, Josh, you have really great penmanship. Big suppressor believer. Highly recommend suppressing your go-to AR. I don't know if I have a go-to AR, and I don't know if I'm a prepared citizen. For a ginger, he doesn't have a bad beard, yeah. It's not the tax stamp that kept me from getting a suppressor, but the $1,000 price tag for an item I won't get much use out of. Yeah. If New York would allow suppressors, I'd own at least 3. There's some that can, on the 400 to 405, yeah. They're getting a lot more common. Like, I have noticed that some of the manufacturers are coming out with budget models, but even a budget suppressor is still, you know, $400 or $500. Yeah, I mean, that's the price of one or two guns. It's a lot. But I've said this too. Like, I started looking into them when I think it was Warrior Poet was bugging me about it. But I do have a couple rifles that are disorienting when you fire them, even at an open flat range. Like 308s, you go to shoot and it's just like there's, you know, the dust and the dirt. Like, you have to recover between each shot. So yeah. SHOT Show was all suppressors this year. Yeah, that makes sense. I imagine they were, right? Because the laws are kind of, they're loosening up. The tax stamp, is the tax stamp still gone? But you still have to register, right? Yeah. 338 Lapua. Oof. I want to suppress my BCM build. Gnostic. Field Tech says he loves his Mini 14. Do you have the Samson stock like Hannibal? Tax stamp is gone. Chris just texted me. Oh, it does? Field Tech. You got to show that. If we end up doing a recording, you gotta show me that stock. The FUD you were saying in your firearms video. Bugging you about it. Oh, you were bugging me. How dare you make me educate myself? Who do you think you are? How dare you? Now you're gonna have me playing with ballad songs too. I gotta quit doing what you tell me. I keep saying that, and then I keep doing what you tell me to do. Homestead tax stamp is gone, but the wait times are reasonable. That's what I've heard. 5 years ago, my brother bought one, and it took 14 months. Yeah, that's what I heard. Last year, it took 2 weeks with an e-file. Yeah. Mission accomplished. Whatever, dude. Fix with a can. Communicate with your family members. Yeah. It's in Montana, Midwest, clearing out my mom's house. Yeah, Field Tech, sorry to hear about your mom, man. Both my parents are gone too. Well, do you want to wait to do our conversation until you come back, or can you do it from the Midwest? You can just email me and we'll get it set up. I think I have something set up with, well, I'm hoping to get Scottish Prepper this week for this weekend, but accepted. Cool. I have everything needed to, okay. Okay, cool. We'll try and we'll give it a shot again this week. We'll try and shoot for this week sometime. All right, peeps. I think I'm gonna jump off. I appreciate you guys. My wife is home today. She's sick, so I'm taking care of her. What else? I don't think I have any videos made for this week yet. So but there's no pressure. I like this new system of letting them cook. So instead of self-imposing this limitation on myself where I got to put one out every day, it was working against me. So I'm going to let this one sit. The Are We Awake? I'm going to let it sit through tomorrow and see how it does. I will be putting a kit video out, and I have another kind of a philosophy video that I think I want to put out. And then also the solar panel testing, I'm done with that. So I'll probably end up putting that out towards the end of the week as well. So, but I appreciate you guys. Yeah. Take it easy. Yep. Tell Mrs. Mike Tango Whiskey to feel better. I will, Carol. I tell her that. She doesn't do it. I just have to feed her more tea. Field Tag, yeah. 1 to 2 videos is a good pace, yeah. Giri Tag, Tagawa. Thanks, Giri. Sounds good. All right, everybody. I'm going to jump off. It's Mike Tango Whiskey. I'm all clear.